The total cash in the Joker's jackpot has climbed to $10,300. One of these contestants can win it all. Now, from Television City in Hollywood, here's the game where knowledge is king and Lady Luck is queen. It's the Joker's Wild. And here's the host of our show, Jack Berry.
Thank you very much. And a very cordial welcome once again to the Joker's Wild, where we have over $10,300 for someone who is lucky enough to win 3 games in a row. We introduced our players on the last program, showed them the categories, but didn't have a chance to play. So, Johnny, would you reintroduce the 2 battlers, please?
That I will, Jack. Our current champion is a teacher from Thousand Oaks, California. Let's welcome Elaine Coton. And her opponent is a young bachelor who is completing his college education. Here is Steve Epstein.
Elaine, Steve, nice to have you back with us on the Joker's Wild. You've already won 1 game, correct,
Right.
Elaine?
Right.
Won $500, which you decided to risk. You also won a couple of $1,000s worth of prizes.
I certainly did.
And you're risking it against Steve. We found out that you work with children who have learning problems.
That's right.
And you like that work.
Oh, yes, very much.
Steve, you are going to try to take the championship away from this young lady. You have worked as a department store Santa Claus.
Right.
And you, right. And you find that work good.
Very good.
Glad
Very
to have you
rewarding.
both with us. Players, let's get right to the game. Here are the categories which we'll be using, as we showed you on the last program. They are Germany, famous owls, songs about places, films of the 60s, and the UN. You'll be going first, champion, risking $500, spin, and good luck. Germany, famous owls, films of the 60s.
I think I'll take Germany for 50.
All right. What is the name of the German national airline?
Luftwaffe.
I beg your pardon?
Luftwaffe.
No, that is not correct. You'll pick up $50 here if you can give me the correct answer, Steve.
Lufthansa.
That's correct. You have $50. Your spin. Joker, songs about places.
I'll go off the board for 100 for films of the 60s.
Okay, you don't like that category. You're going to
Not
build
too
your
much.
own. $100 question. In the film version of Rosemary's Baby, who played Rosemary?
Mia Farrow.
Right, you go to $150. Score stands 150 for the challenger, 0 for the champion. We'll finish this game right after these words.
Family Feud asks, what were they thinking? Orange can help.
Okay, Elaine, you've got some catching up to do. He's got a $150 lead on you. Let's see what you come up with this spin. Films, UN, famous owls.
I think I'll take the UN for 50.
This council has 5 permanent members and 10 non-permanent members elected for 2-year terms. Which branch of the UN is it?
The Security Council.
That's right. You go to $50. Your spin, Steve Epstein. UN, pair. Hey, another triple.
I'll take the UN for 200.
This time you're not going to go off the board.
No.
All right. Too much to resist. A $200 question. What are the initials of the UN organization for whom Danny Kaye has made so many benefit appearances and traveled around the world?
UNICEF.
That's correct. And you go to $350. UNICEF is right. Your spin, Elaine. Germany. UN, a pair.
I'll take the UN for 100.
Name the only UN body provided for in the Charter in which all member nations are represented.
The General Assembly.
That's right. You go to $150. Steve? Joker. Films, another triple.
I'll take films of the 60s for 200.
Are you asking or telling?
I want to do it. I'll do it.
You'll do it. If you answer this question correctly, it's a $200 question. You'll have $550, and you'll become the new champion. What was the name of the 1969 motorcycle film that catapulted Jack Nicholson to an Oscar nomination?
Easy Rider.
Right, for $500.
All right.
The department store Santa Claus has just given himself a gift. He's won $550. And what's the matter, Steve?
That's really good.
And in just a moment, we'll find out how you do in spinning for prizes. Elaine, you had a short stay, and you do lose your $550, of course, goes into our jackpot. But fortunately, you do take home almost $2,000 worth of prizes, including some wonderful a dishwasher and a bedroom set, and I hope those prizes will make you very happy.
Thank you very much.
Let's say goodbye to Elaine Coates. Goodbye, Elaine. Incidentally, in the jackpot now, going up more, we have $10,800 because Elaine's money went into that jackpot. And all you'd have to do, Steve, to win that would be win 2 more games. But right now, you get a chance to spin for prizes. Up on the wheels, as you know, are jokers and devils instead of the categories. 3 jokers get you a prize. A devil loses it. What's the first prize for which he'll be spinning?
It's a sailboat. From Snark Products of Port Lee, New Jersey, the Sunflower, for people who want to spend all their time sailing and no time on maintenance. 11 feet of the toughest sailboat made, the Sunflower, by Snark.
That's yours if you can get 3 jokers.
Okay.
Spin and see what happens. You have a joker. A joker. You got it. All right. That's prize number 1. Tell him what about it he could risk for in prize number 2.
Okay, Jack, to add charm and warmth to any room in your home, a selection of bookcases. Traditional pecan finished with a rich, handy carved look. The shelves are deep enough for your favorite books and high enough to showcase these beautiful editions. Compton's Pre-Cyclopedia, a unique 16-volume trainer encyclopedia for preschool and primary grade youngsters, and Compton's Golden 50th Anniversary Edition Encyclopedia. New leadership in the field of learning.
Okay.
Want to go for it or you want to quit with what you have? He's going, all right. Joker. Joker, you got it.
Okay.
And now see if you want to take a risk for this 3rd prize. Here it is.
Steve will fly you to Hawaii.
Yay!
Stay at the Ala Moana Hotel at the entrance to Waikiki. The Ala Moana is a Hawaiian eye-opener, the island's tallest, 9 exotic restaurants and lounges, discotheque, Polynesian entertainment, pool, and Americana Hotel.
Okay.
He doesn't even want to wait. He's spinning. Okay. Joker. Joker, you... You won't need a plane. You could get right there just on your enthusiasm. All those prizes are yours, including the trip to Hawaii, and nobody will ever take them away from you. How does that make you feel, Steve?
Feels very good. Very good.
You suddenly calmed down. How come you got so quiet?
I'm mellowing out for the day.
Are you? You have some elaborate plans for your trip to Hawaii?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I really want to go to Hawaii. Wow, that's really good. Oh, wow.
Well, that's yours, but now you have a decision. Now you have a decision to make. All the prizes are yours, but you do have $550 in cash. If you play the next game and you lose, you'd lose the $550. But if you should win the next 2 games, you would break the jackpot, and you would get an additional $10,800, and what's more, you'd get this lovely gift.
It's the 73 Vega, the little car that does everything well, rides comfortably, corners flat, and steers easily. Vega from Chevrolet, building a better way to see the USA.
Now Steve Epstein has a decision. Do you quit with what you have, or do you take a risk and try to go for it all? What do you do? What'll it be, Steve? Have to have your decision.
I'll go. Okay.
He's going. You'll have an opponent for him in just a moment, but first these words.
Everywhere I go, it's a
Show Network.
The exuberant Mr. Steve Epstein, in his quiet, subdued manner, has indicated that he would like to continue playing this game. And to do that, we have to have another player. So, Johnny, would you introduce the next competitor, please?
Yes, I will, Jack. Our next player is proud of her Doberman Pinscher. Here is Barbara Budman.
Hi, Barbara. Nice to have you on the joke as well.
Thank you.
What makes you so proud of your Doberman Pinscher?
Oh, well, she's just a super dog. I took her through obedience class when she was a puppy, and she won, and she's terrific.
What's the dog's name?
Bonnie.
The Bonnie dog. Hey, Steve, I have to ask you this before we proceed any further in the program. From where I'm standing across the stage from you, that does look like a rose you're wearing on your shirt.
Were you ready for
I
that?
don't even know. Is that visible on camera? What is that, a tongue sticking out of there?
Oh,
A leg?
sir.
I can't see from here. Do it once more so everybody at home can see.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready, America.
I better not ask anymore. Who knows what else is in that flower? Players, let's get on with this game in which Steve Epstein is risking $550. Here are the categories we'll be using. They are as follows, and we shall find out in a moment. They are revolutions, San Francisco, upset victories, types of shelter, and weddings. Champion goes first. Steve, spin and good luck. Weddings, San Francisco, upset victories.
I'll take San Francisco for 50.
Okay. Name the area in San Francisco which is known for its world-famous seafood restaurants such as DiMaggio's.
Oh, Fisherman's Wharf.
Yes, that's it for $50. Bobby, your first spin. Good luck. Joker, San Francisco, and a triple.
I believe I'll take San Francisco for 200.
The names of two streets are often linked together to identify a district which became associated with the hippie movement in San Francisco. For $200, what is the district called?
Oh, I know it. Sure.
Sorry, no answer? Okay, then I'll have to turn to you, Steve. You can pick up $200 big if you can give me the answer.
Haight-Ashbury.
That's correct. You go to $250. Score 250 to 0. Steve, it's your turn again. Joker. Joker, types of shelter.
I'll go off for revolution for 100. Okay.
You almost started one right here. All right, you don't like the other category?
No.
Revolutions for a lesser amount, $100, and here it is. This world-famous figure was prominent in the Arab revolt against the Turks from 1916 to 1918. He worked closely with Faisal al-Hussein. For $100 more, name this legendary figure.
Could you repeat the question just a bit? Just the
I can
beginning?
repeat the whole thing.
Okay.
This world-famous figure was prominent in the Arab revolt against the Turks from
Okay.
1960. You know already?
T.E. Lawrence. Lawrence.
Yes, Lawrence of Arabia is correct. You go to $350. Your spin, Barbara Budman. Joker, types of shelter, and a triple.
Thank you. Yes, I'll take types of shelter for 200.
The Plains Indians derived this word from the Dakota word meaning to use for tent. What is the name for the type of shelter most people identify with Indians?
TP.
Correct. You go to $200. Score, 350 to 200. Steve Epstein. Weddings. Joker, types of shelter.
I'll take types of shelter for 100.
Okay. In the play Tea House of the August Moon, the lieutenant is supposed to build a schoolhouse. For $100 more, which would bring you to $450, what type of Japanese shelter does he build instead?
Kabuki.
No, I'm sorry, that isn't correct. You'll pick up $100 here, Barbara, if you can tell me.
A geisha house?
Correct. You go to $300. And it is your spin, Barbara. Weddings, Joker, types of shelter.
I'm going to stay with types of shelter for 100.
If you're right, you'll go to $400. This type of shelter is a small English house or a small house built specifically for summer use. What is the name for this type of shelter?
A gazebo.
No, that's not correct. You'll pick up $100 here, Steve, if you can give me the answer.
A cottage.
A cottage is right. You go to $450. And it's your spin. Your spin. Joker. San Francisco, types of shelter.
I'll take San Francisco for 50.
All right, you're playing it the safe way. It's $50. If you're right, you'll have $500, but your opponent does get a final turn. The principal thoroughfare in San Francisco forms a slot running through the downtown. For $50 more, which would bring you to $500, it runs from the Twin Peaks to the Embarcadero. What is the name of San Francisco's main street?
Polk.
No, that's not right. You'll get $50 if you can answer, Barbara.
Market Street.
Market is right. You go to $350. Your spin, Barbara. Joker. San Francisco, types of shelter.
I'll take types of shelter for 100.
Okay. A type of frame house popular in colonial New England has a name taken from a common kitchen item of the time. For $100 more, which would make it a tie game, what is the house called?
Excuse me, could I hear that again?
Sure. A type of frame house which was popular in colonial New England has a name taken from a common kitchen item of the time. For $100 more, what is the house called?
I'll say a log cabin.
No, that's not right. You could end the game right now, Steve. You'd have $550. You'd have won your second game. What is the house called?
Spoon?
No, the correct answer is a salt box. Salt box. Score stands 450 to 350. We'll pick this game up right after these words.
It's allergy season again.
Stores makes a great gift.
Before picking up this game at 450 to 350, I'd like to remind you once again about a very important date, Monday, March 26th, because that's when a brand new and exciting show starts here on CBS called Hollywood's Talking. Guest stars in the first week will include Mary Tyler Moore, David Jansen, Milton Berle, Pearl Bailey, you name it, they're all going to be there. All of your favorite stars will be featured every day on this exciting new game. Remember, it's Hollywood's Talking, which will be seen here on CBS, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, 2:30 Central and Pacific Time, Monday, March 26th, here on CBS. Okay, players, scores 450 to 350. You're just dying to play against Steve.
Ready.
Go ahead.
I'm ready.
Here we go. Joker, San Francisco, types of shelter.
I'll go off the board and for Revolutions, 450.
All right. That really is the safe way to play it.
Yeah.
If you're right, you'll have $500, but Barbara gets a final turn. In 1959, a revolution based in the Sierra Mestre Mountains succeeded in this small country. The revolution expropriated American lands for $500. In what country did this occur?
Cuba.
Right, for $500. Barbara Buttman, there are only two ways that you could catch him. If you got a triple and answer correctly, you'd beat him. If you got 3 jokers and answered 1 question, you'd also beat him. Anything short of that, he will have won his second game and will have $1,050 in cash. Spin, see what you get. Weddings, joker, yes, you are a There's only one way you can play it, I assume.
Weddings for 200.
If you answer correctly, you'll have $550 and you'll become the new champion. If you miss, he has won his second game. Here we go. A publicized wedding was the White House wedding of Julie Nixon. She married the grandson of a former president for $550. And the championship, what is the first name of Julie's husband?
David.
Right, and you win the championship. A new champion here in the Joker's Wild, Barbara Buttman winning $550. And in just a moment, you'll get a chance to spin for prizes. Well, Steve, the end is here. You just had your own revolution.
Not really.
But we do hope one thing that you will enjoy. I'm sure you will enjoy yourself in Hawaii.
Oh, yes. Oh,
You'll be
yes.
happy to know, too, that all your prizes total in retail value $1,695. Does that make you happy, too?
Kind of surprised. That's a lot of money.
Well, we're delighted that you could win it. Let's say goodbye to Steve Epstein. Goodbye, Steve. Happy time in Hawaii. Aloha. To all our friends in Hawaii who watch this program, incidentally, rather early in the morning, I understand, get set. Steve Epstein is on his way. All right, Barbara Buttman, your chance now to spin for prizes. Jokers and Devils are up there. Here's your first prize for which you'll be spinning. Johnny, what is it?
Jack, the Frederick Willis Precision Crafter Pro Quality Pool Table with a scratch, burn, and stain-resistant Durapanel finish and fine furniture styling.
Okay, that's yours. The 3 jokers. Spinning. Good luck. Stop, Devil! Sorry, you don't get that prize, but just a moment we'll find out whether or not you want to continue playing and risk your money. But first, we do have these messages.
Truth is strange, Sharks.
I should like to point out now the jackpot's going up even higher because we took Steve Epstein's money and put it into the jackpot. Right now in the jackpot, $11,350 for anybody who can win 3 games in a row. Barbara, it's up to you. Do you want to go on right now and try for your second game, or do you want to risk your money with $550, or would you like to take it and quit? What do you want to do? Huh?
No question, I'll play.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to play.
She wants to play. She says, very good. He's risking $550, trying to break the jackpot, which has 11,000. This is almost near the all-time top, $11,350. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have time to get into that game right now. Are you able to return to our next program, Barbara, and play then?
Sure, I'll be here.
You'll be there for the game? Okay. When you come back, we will bring out another player. We will then show you the 5 categories that we'll be playing with, and you're off to the races. You've got game number 1. You have $550 in cash. You played very well to beat Steve Epstein, who was a very, very good player, and we'll see if you can indeed break the jackpot. For those of you who are watching, we hope you enjoyed this program, that you will join us on the next show for more of The Joker's Wild. Till then, Jack Barry saying thanks for watching, and goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Departing contestants receive from Chicken of the Sea, specialists in seafood, an electric casserole, plus solid white meat tuna, chunk light tuna, solid white tuna in water, and oyster stew. And from L'Oreal, a selection of fine hair care products, including Preference, the most expensive hair color in the world, L'Oreal.
Did we mention there's a box office? Hollywood Showdown tonight at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific.